Washington's new security strategy drops North Korea entirely, sending shockwaves through Northeast Asia. Seoul scrambles for answers. Analysts split over whether this silence is diplomacy or disengagement. A single omission is now reshaping calculations from Washington to Seoul to Pyongyang. Washington's new national security strategy, released on December 5th by the Trump administration, has sent diplomatic tremors across Northeast Asia. For the first time since 2003, the document makes no mention of denuclearizing North Korea, a goal that has appeared in every US strategic roadmap since Pyongyang's nuclear ambitions first emerged. The silence marks a dramatic departure from Trump's own 2017 strategy, which referenced North Korea 16 times and framed it as a direct threat to the US homeland. Analysts say the omission may be deliberately calibrated to reopen diplomatic channels ahead of a potential Trump-Kim summit in 2026. Hong Min of the Korea Institute for National Unification told Reuters that
Trump has spoken of his willingness to sit down with the North Korean leader in a proactive way, indicating he wants to get something done by taking some action. Then I think there is a certain degree of conscious intent there, that the idea of denuclearization really doesn't need to be brought up here.
The new strategy instead emphasizes flexible realism, prioritizing deterrence against China and strengthening US allies, chiefly South Korea and Japan. Both Seoul and Washington, however, insisted on November 8th that their policy remains unchanged. Denuclearization is still the goal. Inside South Korea, debate is intensifying over what the US omission truly means. At a December 7th briefing in Seoul, Presidential Deputy National Security Director Kim Hyun-chong said,
"This is the first national security strategy to be published since 2022, and many things have changed in the interim. Seoul is conducting an in-depth analysis of Washington's updated posture."
Seoul maintains that conditions for talks may be aligning. On December 7th, South Korean National Security Advisor Wi Sung-lak said,
"What we've done so far has produced results in terms of creating the right conditions to advance the peace process on the Korean Peninsula."
Some analysts, such as Kim Sung-bae of the Institute for National Security Strategy, view the omission as deliberate. He said this must have been on purpose. North Korea was deliberately omitted because its inclusion would have necessitated a reference to denuclearization or the North Korean threat. The document's silence on the North Korean issue is a strategic move aimed at improving North Korea-US relations by clearing the way for a summit between Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, noted Sung-bae. Others, like Yang Uk of the Asian Institute, argue it signals declining US interest. But on December 8th, acting US Ambassador Kevin Kim reaffirmed long-standing policy lines, speaking to Yonhap News Agency, said,
North Korea was among the issues discussed during his meeting with Park, including ways to best coordinate on related and other issues. President Trump and South Korean President Lee Jae-myung reiterated their commitment to the complete denuclearization of North Korea in the joint fact sheet. That is our Korea policy right now.
Responding to a question about whether Washington is open to revising the Nuclear Energy Pact to allow Seoul to enrich uranium and reprocess spent fuel, he said,
"The two sides are still in discussions. We are going to do our best to implement the joint fact sheet."
North Korea's KCNA rejected that fact sheet, calling it further evidence of US hostility.